Hey guys, okay, so this is the kettlebell swing tutorial. The kettlebell swing is probably the most famous of the kettlebell exercises, but it's probably also the exercise that's done incorrect the most. So we're going to try and go through a few corrections for you, to show you how to set it up. Okay, so kettlebell swing is a hinge exercise. So you see the first thing that goes wrong with everybody, they start squatting it like this. That's wrong. So the kettlebell swing is a hinge. So just like the deadlift, if you're not sure how to deadlift, this is what you want to set up first. You want to be able to deadlift before you can swing. So if you can't deadlift, go to the previous video, which is the deadlift setup video, okay? So first of all, with the kettlebell swing, it's also a power exercise. So don't be doing too many reps. What you see a lot of people doing is like millions and millions and millions of reps. With the kettlebell swing, there's so many moving parts, there's so many things that can go wrong. Okay, so try and minimize the reps. Stay under 10 reps if you can. If you're going to do conditioning with it, just make sure they're very good technique. It's very good technique. Okay? So first things first, how I set up the kettlebell swing is either from a hike, so like you're hiking American football, so it'd be like this. So you imagine you're hiking American football, or just to get some momentum. So first one I'll show you is the hike. So from here you're going to tip the kettlebell on its side. Okay? Again, get into that deadlift position. So you're going to hike it back and then snap with the hips. So from here, hike, snap, snap. Okay? So you can see with that, the bell's only coming up to about here. Don't have to bring it up all the way up here, okay? So that's another technique that goes wrong. People are bringing the kettlebell up with their arms. It's purely a hip dominant exercise, okay? So you want just power from the hips. So the power from the hips is going to determine where the kettlebell goes, okay? So very similar to what we showed in the deadlift video, pull your shoulder blades down your back and imagine you have two oranges in each armpit. So you want to squeeze the armpits together. So if you're doing that throughout the movement, you're not going to be able to bring it all the way up here. Okay, so try and keep the upper back nice and strong by pulling the shoulder blades back and squeeze in the armpits, okay? So the next technique, pick it up like a deadlift, is going to be just for momentum. So it's going to be on your legs, just push it off your legs, just get it going. And then you're in, snap, snap, snap. Okay, so that's the two different ways I'll teach the kettlebell swing. Just make sure you do keep the shoulders back, keep this nice and tight, very powerful from the hips. If you want to step it up, if you want to add a bit more resistance, let's say you're sticking a band around it. For this, definitely don't go too high, stay 1 to 6 reps for this because it is purely just for power. Okay, so for this, I'll show you this way. Get your band under the kettlebell, so you see the loop, stick it through the loop, it'll come down, and then you're just going to stick the kettlebell just flat, or the band just flat on the floor. So from here, I'll stick it to the side, flat on the floor, you're going to stand in your normal position, feet on top of the band, okay, and this is just going to give you added resistance. So when you come through here, you've got to really use the hips to get the power because the band's going to try and resist it, okay? And then also as it comes back down, it's going to pull it down faster, so you have to resist the eccentric force coming back down, okay? So from here, I prefer just to stand up and just go through the momentum version of this one for this. Okay, so just get it going. Here, snap, snap. Okay. That's the kettlebell swing. You've probably also seen the American swing. So the American swing, I probably don't have enough room in here to do it, so I won't do it. But the American swing comes from, again, the hips, but then they drag it up, stick it all the way up over your head, and bring it all the way back down. Personally, I don't use it because you've got a lot of weight over your head and there's just way too many moving parts to go wrong. So for the exercise is usually just used for power. So just try and use it for what it's for, okay?